Hello, it's your friendly neighborhood dietitian again, Kathleen Garrix, registered dietitian and certified diabetes care and education specialist. I provide nutrition counseling for primary care partners through both virtual and in-person appointments. I've been doing a video series. I hope you have enjoyed some of the previous topics, and today we would like to talk about the food labels. I'm sure you can go to your refrigerator or pantry and find many items with the food label, such as this one here. I just want to give you some guidance when looking at the food label. First of all, it's very important to always start by looking at the serving size line item, because all the information on the label is based on what they have said and determined a serving to be, not necessarily the quantity that you or I usually eat, want to eat, or wind up eating. So therefore, having some awareness of what the serving size is supposed to be is a good starting point. And then looking at the label as far as what is that food item in that quantity providing for my nutritional health. We can add to the numbers that are on the nutrition facts label. So say if we eat double that quantity, we need to multiply everything by 2. If we're eating less than that serving, obviously do the math accordingly. Some things to look at on the label. First of all, there are on the left side the grams or milligrams of the various nutrients, and on the right side there are the percentages. The percentages are just a quick way to glance at the label and see if it's high or low in a specific item. Therefore, if you pick it up and it says 20% next to fiber, that would be indicating that that food item is a good source of fiber. After looking at serving size, it will tell us how many calories are in that specific serving, then how many calories from fat, and then next it tells us total fat, saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, sodium, total carbohydrate, which includes dietary fiber, total sugars, and total sugars includes added sugar. And then we have protein. And the food label also gives us information on the amount of vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. So when we're looking at that information, certainly total fat, particularly saturated fat, is where we want to see lower numbers rather than very high numbers. If something has 3 grams or less total fat, that is considered a low fat product. Not that everything needs to be low fat, but looking at where the fat is coming in and then what kind of fat. So under total fat, then it will give us information as to how much saturated fat, how much monounsaturated fat, sometimes it has polyunsaturated fat, and then trans fat. The trans fat is where it usually has a 0, but if you look down at the ingredient list, trans fat will be identified by the word hydrogenated oil. With the rest of the label, cholesterol is written in milligrams. Typically, if we're watching total fat and most importantly the saturated fat, cholesterol usually falls in line, and it's not a line item that we really have to pay a great deal of attention to. Now, sodium is the next line item, and sodium we do want to be careful with. we shouldn't have more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day in a normal, healthy population. Total carbohydrate is the next big section of the food label. Total carbohydrate includes dietary fiber, total sugars, and of that, how much is added sugar. The added sugar information on the label started in January of 2020. One of the best things to come out of 2020. Under that section of carbohydrate is then the line item for protein. Protein is always listed in grams, but there is no percentage on the right side. That is because everybody's personal protein needs can differ for a variety of reasons. I would be happy to meet with you to determine your specific nutritional needs to meet your healthy lifestyle goals. I have many appointments available, both virtually and in person, so please reach out and schedule an appointment. I look forward to seeing you very soon.